My name is Sandra Doorley. I'm the district attorney of Monroe County, New York. And today I'd like to introduce the assistant district attorneys at 47 South Fitzhugh Street in Rochester, New York, that are essential for me to promote justice and protect the civil and constitutional rights of innocent New Yorkers. This is Assistant District Attorney L. Ron Hubbard. And he is a whack job. And that is why I employ him here at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. Because he's a cult leader and I'm a cult leader. And Assistant District Attorney L. Ron Hubbard has a tremendous influence upon Assistant District Attorney Tom Cruise. And this is Assistant District Attorney Tom Cruise starring in Top Gun as Lieutenant Pete Maverick Mitchell. And Lieutenant Pete Maverick Mitchell killed Goose. It's his fault. He killed Goose and he'll never admit it. This is Assistant District Attorney Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. And we're having a continuing problem at the District Attorney's Office with Assistant District Attorney Khalid Sheikh Mohammed because he refuses any type of advice to groom himself, especially with this hair here on his chest. And I think he's a handsome stud. And just between you and me here, I'm going to go out on a date with Assistant District Attorney Khalid Sheikh Mohammed tomorrow night. This is Assistant District Attorney Griselda Blanco. And she's trafficking cocaine from Florida to Rochester. And I approve of this criminal behavior at the District Attorney's Office at 47 South Fitzhugh Street in Rochester. This is Assistant District Attorney Mary Kay Letourneau. And she has got a thing for 15-year-old boys. And we have to constantly tell Assistant District Attorney Mary Kay Letourneau to stay away from 15-year-old boys. It's a constant problem at the District Attorney's Office. We've had her in counseling, in therapy, and she just will not stay away from 15-year-old boys. And I'm going to have to put her on double secret probation. This is Assistant District Attorney Billy Batts. And Assistant District Attorney Billy Batts does not like to be told to go get his fucking shine box because that really sets him off and he turns into a psychopath when Assistant District Attorney Tommy DeVito tells him to go get his fucking shine box, and then he's going to wind up in a landfill because of Assistant District Attorney Tommy DeVito. So this is Assistant District Attorney Patty Hearst, and she is a member of the Symbionese Liberation Army in her spare time when she's not in the District Attorney's Office. And we don't know what the hell the Symbionese Liberation Army is. And I'm going to have to counsel her about membership in this cult, as I'm a cult leader and I'm an expert in cults. Now, I'm going to have to keep the identity of this next Assistant District Attorney private because she's a minor. But he could see her in her uniform that is required in the District Attorney's office because she's a member of the Doorley Youth. And we have her in training right now. And when she's hired full-time in the District Attorney's office, she'll be able to abridge the civil and constitutional rights of innocent New Yorkers like Chris Chichester. And she can stand in the nauseating Star Chamber of Penfield Town Court like my prosecutors and not talk. Now, as the District Attorney of Monroe County, I have my portrait on the wall at 47 South Fitzhugh. Here it is. I commissioned this. I spent taxpayer dollars here for my portrait. I love the way I look here. And you can see my hair. I spent $200 to get my hair done in downtown Rochester. And I believe that this makes me look quite fetching here. And then I filmed a movie right here. Perhaps you've seen Fatal Attraction, because here I am on the poster. And I have this thing for bunny rabbits. And as you can see, this cute little guy here, I just love bunny rabbits as the district attorney of Monroe County here. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this bunny rabbit as the assistant district attorney in Monroe County. He's really cute, but I just don't know what I'm going to do with him, despite the fact that he's really cute. And I have a book that I like to read. This is a book here, Women Who Love Psychopaths. And since I'm a district attorney that allows innocent Americans to go to jail, I have to be a psychopath. Since my assistant district attorneys stand in the nauseating star chamber of Penfield Town Court before the 70-year-old pedophile protection racket called John P. Lomenzo Jr., I have to be a psychopath. If I allow an innocent American to go to jail, if my prosecutor doesn't talk in Penfield Town Court, I'm a psychopath. So, women who love psychopaths. And that's me. And that's why that book is about me. Now, as the district attorney of Monroe County, I'd like to talk about an accusatory instrument for Chris Chichester, 26 Sanders Farm Drive in Penfield, New York. This is his parking lot next to his house. Here it is. Chris's neighbors walk through this parking lot every day. On June 30th, there were fireworks at Harris Whalen Park near Penfield Road, across from Wegmans Food Markets. 200 people walk through this parking lot. People walking through this parking lot all day long. Chris Chichester has walked through this parking lot 4,000 times, and he is the only American that will be arrested for walking through this parking lot because of this accusatory instrument filed by these parasites, Neeraj and Layla Kumar Shah, at 2041 Penfield Road. Accusatory instrument. No one's ever accused Chris Chichester of a crime, and Chris Chichester never committed a crime. It is not a crime to walk through a parking lot that he's walked through 4,000 times. It's not a crime to walk through a parking lot his neighbors walk through. It's not a crime to walk through a parking lot 200 people walked through after the fireworks at Harris Whalen Park, and before the fireworks, Penfield High School band students were walking through that parking lot. Accusatory instrument. That the defendant, the first three words are a lie. How is it possible? I'm asking as the district attorney of Monroe County. I'm asking as the district attorney of Monroe County. How is someone a defendant when they've never appeared in a courtroom? Chris Chichester has appeared in a courtroom one time in 1997. In 1997, he got a speeding ticket for going 5 miles over on Washington Avenue on his way to the New York State Capitol where he worked. And then a friend of his called an attorney, and Chris went to Albany City Court in front of the New York State Capitol. And his attorney went and spoke to the judge, and this was a crowded courtroom that day. Chris is in the courtroom in Albany City Hall. He stood in the courtroom in the back, and his attorney said, I'm just going to go talk to the judge. His attorney, pro bono, went to talk to the judge and said he was only going 5 miles an hour over on Washington Avenue, and this is ridiculous, and the judge dismissed it. So, he's never been in a courtroom as a defendant. He's been in a courtroom one time because of his behavior. And he's never committed a crime. He has never committed a crime. So, here we have this accusatory instrument where he is called a defendant, and he's never been in a courtroom as a defendant, and he's been in a courtroom one time because he was going 5 miles over on Washington Avenue on his way to the Capitol where he worked in Albany. That the defendant on the above date and location at approximately 1440 hours did knowingly enter or remain unlawfully upon the premises of 2041 Penfield Road, New York, by walking through the parking lot after being told by certified mail and by police that he's not allowed on the property. Knowingly. Knowingly entered. Everything you do in life is knowingly. Remain unlawfully. 4,000 times. He's the first 4,000-time criminal in New York State because of this lie. After being told through certified mail. He hasn't been told anything through certified mail. And by police. By police. There's not a name on an accusatory instrument. This is the bankruptcy of Sheriff Todd Baxter and the bankruptcy of my office because I enable this bankruptcy. By police that he's not allowed on the property. The property? A parking lot. This is the property. A parking lot is the property. And here his neighbors walk through the parking lot right there. There they are. As the district attorney of Monroe County, I don't give a damn that these are facts. I don't give a damn that this is a lie. This is a lie. And as the district attorney of Monroe County, I am perfectly comfortable with a concoction like this that sends Chris Chichester to Monroe County Jail. And I have received over and over and over a demand for the public employee payroll at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. Over and over and over and over and over. I've received a demand for the public employee payroll, and I've refused it every time. And Chris Chichester is going to continue to send a Freedom of Information law document that demands the public employee payroll, and I will refuse it every time because I know as the district attorney of Monroe County, if the people of Monroe County learn what I pay my assistant district attorneys, there is rage in Monroe County. Just like Sheriff Todd Baxter refuses to disclose his public employee payrolls, and the reason why he refuses to disclose is there is rage in Monroe County and people learn those salaries. So, such as the salary for Michael Rather. Michael Rather was an employee of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office for 20 years, and he retired. He had one paycheck. He was a private citizen. He retired. Michael Rather was in retirement. And then Sheriff Todd Baxter, we hired him. He has his second paycheck because Michael Rather has a paycheck from his 20-plus years as a Monroe County Sheriff Office employee, and he has his second paycheck as a current employee of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And Michael Rather is a double dipper. And Michael Rather and the rest of the employees at Todd Baxter's Jonestown are drinking this. And that's why they bridge the civil and constitutional rights of innocent Americans like Chris Chichester. And as a district attorney of Monroe County, I love it. I love the fact that these Kool-Aid drinkers at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office have abridged your civil and constitutional rights, Chris. And I love the fact that my assistant district attorney stood in the nauseating Star Chamber of Penfield Town Court and didn't talk. And I'm never going to tell you her name, Chris. And fuck you, Chris. I know you're demanding her name, and I'm never going to tell you her name. I'm perfectly delighted with the fact that my employee, this Kool-Aid drinker, at my Jonestown at 47 South Fitzhugh Street didn't talk, and you were delivered to Monroe County Jail. I love that fact, Chris. I really do. Now, Chris, Sheriff Todd Baxter is afraid of you. The sheriff of Monroe County is afraid to open his mail from you. And I know you, Chris, are going to continue to send Sheriff Todd Baxter certified mail, just like this one in this envelope, and it's going to be a larger envelope. It's going to be an 8.5 by 11 envelope. It's going to have documentation. And I know you, Chris, are going to contact the United States Attorney in Rochester about this nauseating, disgusting, disgraceful descent on your life by these parasites, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, that are enabled by parasites Layla Kumar and Nairaj Shah. I know you're going to be relentless defending your character, your integrity. And I don't care about that, Chris. I don't care that you're an innocent man. It doesn't matter. You sitting right where you are right now, Chris, you look at this parking lot, you see people, they were walking through it all day today. It's 5:25 right now. All day. All day people were walking through that parking lot, Chris. And how many of them were arrested? And the answer to that is none. The answer to that question, how many people were arrested for walking through that parking lot, Chris? And the answer is none. It's zero. Because you're the only New Yorker. You are the only New Yorker walking through that will be arrested for walking through this parking lot. So where's your 14th Amendment right to equal protections of the laws? I don't give a shit about that, Chris, as the district attorney of Monroe County. I don't care, Chris, that you were the only New Yorker, because of this accusatory instrument, walking through the parking lot, that will be arrested for walking through this parking lot. And when you were arrested, all you did is go outside, stand here for 30 seconds, tell these parasites that Layla Kumar and Nayra Shah don't own that land. They don't own that land because they don't have the documentation. So you're outside for 30 seconds. You didn't commit a crime. My prosecutor didn't talk in Penfield Town Court, and you're delivered to Monroe County Jail. And I don't care about that, Chris. I don't care about that at all. That you were delivered to Monroe County Jail as an innocent man. I don't care about the fact that the accusatory instrument is a joke. It says you were told by police is not even a name. It doesn't matter, because I'm on my throne every day. Every day I'm on my throne. And I don't give a damn that the rights of innocent Americans are abridged. I don't care, because I sit on my throne and I'm totally indifferent to the fact that your rights were abridged. It does not matter to me at all. And Chris, I had a meeting with Sheriff Baxter yesterday, and he was standing in his office at 130 South Plymouth Avenue. He was holding his cat. It was very distracting for me as the district attorney of Monroe County. I was trying to talk to him about how we're going to bridge the civil and constitutional rights of innocent Americans. And here he is standing here in his tuxedo, petting his cat. It was distracting. I couldn't get his attention. And then his son Michael and his son Fredo had this confrontation where Michael Corleone was kissing Fredo Corleone. I just could not focus, with this type of chaos going on. I mean, here was the kiss of death going on right in front of me. So Chris, it was very, very distracting. And I'm also having a problem with my assistant district attorney, Caitlin Jenner. Here she is on the cover of Vanity Fair. And it's very odd, because Caitlin Jenner used to be Bruce Jenner. And he was on the cover of a Wheaties box. So we got a lot going on here at the district attorney's office. And, here we have Assistant District Attorney George Costanza. And George Costanza believes that he can hold out the longest in a masturbation contest. And I've had to counsel him that this is a type of perversion that we can't have at the Monroe County district attorney's office. But since I'm a perversion, as the district attorney of Monroe County, I'm perfectly fine with that. And I'm also fine with Assistant District Attorney Nathan Jessup going berserk here on the job. And then, because we have extremists and fanatics working, at the district attorney's office. So, Chris, I know that you are going to continue to send me a Freedom of Information Law document that demands the public employee payroll, the list of salaries for everyone at the Monroe County District Attorney's Office. And I don't care about that, Chris. I will ignore the law. The law is a joke to me. So, Chris, my prosecutor stood in Penfield Town Court and didn't talk. And you were going to hear, I am going to hear from you, Chris, relentlessly about her name. I know you, Chris, demand to know her name. How can one of my employees, my assistant district attorney, not talk in Penfield Town Court and you deliver to Monroe County Jail as an innocent man? You demand to know her name. You demand to know her name from Perry Duckles and Kyle Steinbach and Ann Chase. And we will refuse to tell you her name. We will refuse, despite the fact that this is a public proceeding. So, does not matter. You're an innocent man. It does not matter to me that you didn't commit a crime. It does not matter to me that your civil and constitutional rights were abridged. Because I don't know, as the district attorney of Monroe County, that I live in the United States of America.